Everybody there?
All right. Well, I want to welcome you guys to yet another episode of the Dad Hat Chronicles. Obviously, my name, it's Ed. And today with me, I have Brad. What's going on, my man?
Hey, man. How are you? Nice to finally talk with you.
Right. Finally get to see each other, through this is what we call the Zoom call, right?
Yeah.
It only took a couple of minutes just to figure out how to put this together.
Yeah. My first time using it, and it's kind of slow, but here we are.
Hey, listen, we're here right now. So that's all that matters. All right. So let's just jump right in. Tell me how did you become a fan of sports? Obviously, it doesn't have to be baseball. It could be lacrosse, football, whatever it is. How did you become a fan?
Well, I guess it's like a kid growing up in Canada. I guess you'd think hockey is the live and die, and it is for a lot of people. But for me, I've never been too interested. As long as I can remember, since I was 5 years old, I've been playing ball, whether it's slow pitch or fast ball. So, and I don't really know where it came from. Like my dad, kind of the same thing as me. He was never a big hockey guy. He liked the Jays.
Really?
So I think that was just kind of passed down from him. It was always baseball. As I got older, getting into football and stuff like that. But I mean, since I was 5 up until present day, baseball's basically been number one.
Now, let me ask you, because I think this is a big misconception that a lot of people think that just because you're from Canada, you're automatically supposed to be that's your first thing, right? That it is supposed to be hockey, but it's not really the case though, right?
Well, definitely not for me. I'm sure there's a lot of others, a lot of people I know, definitely hockey is their number one, but no, I mean, I don't think everyone's born into it.
There you go. That's right. And listen, I like hockey. I mean, I didn't grow up, obviously I'm from Puerto Rico, so hockey was not the thing that we listened, we watch. It was either baseball or basketball, and actually volleyball.
I have nothing against it. Like I go see a couple games here and there, like junior hockey games. There's no professional teams close to where I am, so like junior hockey teams, I've gone and seen games here and there. And the World Junior Hockey Championship rolled through here a few years ago. I went and saw some games for that. So I have nothing against it. It's just not my preferred.
Yeah. And you know what, though? It's intense going live. Watching it live is one of those sports that I would prefer to watch it in person than to watch it on TV. I think the energy is so different than on TV. Yeah,
I agree 100%.
So you're a Blue Jays fan, huh? That's how, your dad brought you up as a Blue Jays fan. That's how you be from the get-go, huh?
Yeah, I remember weird memory. Like I don't have a really good memory, but like odd little things I can remember. And I do remember my grandpa. So not my dad's dad, but my mom's dad. He was a big Blue Jays fan. He was also a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. And this one instance I remember, I don't know how I remember this, but we used to have this TV where it had this feature called Picture in Picture. Do you ever remember?
Yeah.
I remember watching a game with him where he had the Jays game on one and he had the Blue Jays game on the other, the Jays and Maple Leafs, sorry. And he would be switching it back and forth. So
it went from the little picture to the big picture.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. So that was almost the first memory of watching Blue Jays, is I guess with my grandpa.
That's awesome. Love it. Yeah. That's the way it should be, right? Like, just sitting there watching the ball game and learning from, your grandparents or your parents. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how is it then that you became a fan of the minor leagues? Because that's how I got to know you, right? Watching your videos and all that. And how did you become a fan?
So I don't know if I'm definitely as big of a fan as others, obviously, like the other people you've had on your podcast. But I think it just all kind of started from maybe you were one of them or a couple others that I followed on Twitter. And there was a lot of talk and a lot of promoting the league. Yeah. And I mean, I'm a baseball fan already.
Right.
And I thought, just kind of,
why not?
The hell? Let's try to get into this a little bit. And I kind of looked through all the teams and tried to pick a favorite, I guess a quote unquote favorite team to follow. And I guess it just kind of just went from there. It was just, yeah, like I said, basically from you and some others just following you on social media.
Yeah, and it's, and the cool thing is baseball is such a sport that you can just follow. Like in the minors, you can follow a bunch of teams, and and still not be able to watch all of them because there's so many of them.
There are a lot, yeah.
What was the team that you set yourself on and that you picked to become the fan of?
I went with the Hillsboro Hops. Great because team. the beer reference there, I thought that was pretty cool. So they were the one I picked. I was like, I'll go with these guys. Bought myself a shirt, bought myself a hat, and off I went.
You know what? I can't be mad because that is a cool logo. I have the sticker on my bottle and everything. It's just it really is such a cool logo. I love it. Yeah.
I got the Copa one too, or the Gora.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool one. I like that. It's like the coyote or the wolf or whatever.
Yeah, that is a cool one.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get them to make a dad hat. I'm still working on it because I don't have one yet. Don't have one. They don't have it in a dad hat yet. So we'll see we'll see if they do it next year.
Yeah, sure.
So, and not a lot of people know, but the wheel that I do of hats, the random hats, I actually got it from you. You were the inspiration behind the wheel of dad hats.
That's right.
How did you personally become about just doing it? Because you were like, all right, let's do this, and it worked out.
So I guess before I answer that, I was going to say, when you first came out with your podcast, I Googled it and I came across a podcast that you were on with someone else.
Oh, yeah.
This person asked you about the wheel of hats.
Yeah.
And I was listening and you mentioned me. You're like, oh, I got it from this guy, Brad, on Twitter. I thought that was kind of cool. It was like my 15 minutes of fame.
There you go. Which is true. I get it. I've always said I get credit where credit is due.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But I have a list on my phone. It's like my wish list of the hats I want. And I guess it just, instead of me picking, I like all of them. I want all of them.
Right.
So instead of just picking and choosing, I'll just throw them all on a wheel, whichever one comes up. Mm-hmm. Good. Because I like them all anyway. So it was just,
it doesn't really matter. Let's just go.
There was no really rhyme or reason as to why I did it. I just, let's do it this way.
You know what? It worked out. I mean, because like you said, you're going to want them anyways, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well just let fate decide which one is going to be the one that you're going to get that time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
And Hardy the head guy says, my favorite hat is the next one. So there you go.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good one. Yeah. I would have to agree. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, because we're all looking all the time, right? We're always looking for the next hat. I'm like, I want them all.
Yeah.
So, now, do you do like me? Do you go on the internet and then you just search, which one is the one that you like the most? And then, okay, all right, they have this one, so I'm going to put that on the list, things like that.
Yeah, I'll just go. I think how I first started, I just went onto MILB.com and just brought up a list of all the team names and just kind of went from there, which one sounded the coolest. If I liked it, I clicked it, looked at the logo. If I liked it, I went further, went into the shop, see what I can find. I know you probably see me complain a lot on Twitter about a lot of teams not shipping north of the border.
Yeah, so man, that's insane.
A lot of those teams, whether I like them or not, I may or may not ever have the chance to get them. So that's kind of just how I did it. Just look at the team name, look at the logo, look if there's a cool hat in my size. Do they ship to Canada? If so,
how much is it?
Yeah, that's another thing I may have complained about a time or two as well.
Listen, I would complain as well. I mean, because it is not cheap, and even here in the U.S., right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm paying $14, to go from, to back here in Ohio from the East Coast. I'm like, listen, it's not that far. It shouldn't cost me $14 in shipping to say, listen, I get it. I understand. I'm still going to do it because I'm supporting the minor leagues. But at the same time, I'm like, listen, give me a break here, guys. You know?
No, I understand. It's a little ridiculous, but what can you do?
Right. No, I mean, we still gonna buy. Now, do you follow any other leagues besides the affiliated teams? like the collegiate woodpeck leagues or anything like that?
There was a collegiate league where I live. Like I grew up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I
Mhm.
live about an hour and 15 minutes north of there now. And in Saskatoon, they used to have a team that was part of a collegiate league.
Mhm.
It was just, I think it was, the league is still around. I believe it's the Western Major Baseball or Western Canadian Baseball League or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, they had a team there. They struggled for a few years, and I think they folded in like 2004 or something like that. So I did
Gotcha.
follow it a lot back then,
Mhm.
but not so much anymore. For other collegiate leagues or for other baseball leagues, no, actually, to be honest. And
I get it.
and why? I don't know. I just
There's so many teams to follow already on affiliated team anyways.
yeah, exactly. It's a lot. So I mean, I'll start there. We'll see where I get to.
No, hey, listen, that's awesome. Now I see behind you, you got the Soñadores hat, you got
Yeah,
Vermont Lake Monsters,
yeah,
the hops, obviously. Is that
yeah.
the Bisons behind you too as well?
It is. Yeah, it's
Nice.
it almost looks like I think it was one of the like the Buffalo Sabres Hockey Night in Canada
Yep.
version type
Mm-hmm.
one, because there was one just like that as well, but it was blue and yellow like
Yep.
the Sabres colors.
Right.
But I like this one better.
Yeah. And the Eugene Emeralds. That is a cool hat. I absolutely love it. I just wish they would have it in that hat too, because man, that's such a cool logo.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
That Vermont Lake Monsters one, that was the very first one that I bought.
Oh yeah.
When I started, like my slow growing collection.
Yeah.
That was the first one I got.
That's awesome. What, you're a collector now, my friend. Welcome to welcome
slowly
to the
but surely.
addiction.
I'll get
Now, how many hats do you have so far?
Just for like minor league baseball ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 17 or 18. And then with other ones, I have a couple lacrosse hats, a couple CFL hats, like the Saskatchewan Roughriders, a couple minor league hockey hats.
Nice.
My Jays hat, I have an Expos hat.
I love the Expos. That still to this day is one of my favorite logos.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, I like the pinwheel style hat that I got.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely. Yeah. So you are a CFL fan. Do you follow that a lot? Do you watch it, all the time?
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
No, are you more of a CFL fan than an NFL fan?
I am, and that's another, like I never got into it too much. Mm-hmm. And then like another thing, I don't really have a reason as to why. I just felt a little bit more connected, I guess, with CFL.
Well, I love the sport. I think it's great.
Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that they always like to have the debate, which one's better, this one's better, no, this one's better. I mean, I don't care. If you don't like that, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah, whatever.
Listen, I will sit through any kind of sport and I'll watch it. I will. Yeah. I do not care.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that they actually show it here, on ESPN Plus. Yeah.
So they show every not every game, do they? Or like
they do through
really?
PSN. Yeah. So they have a partnership. Yeah. They show them. I watched pretty much all the games so far. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I knew there was a partnership, but I just didn't know how many games they actually showed.
Yeah. Fridays they show one. Saturday they did. I think it was Saturday. There was a double header Saturday and then one Sunday. So yeah, I've been able to watch all of them. So
cool. Right on. Good.
So still deciding on which team I'm going to follow. I'm leaning towards the Lions just because of the orange, right? I'm a Browns fan. So, so I'm making that connection right there. That's how I'm going to do it.
No, that's fair. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And I was just reading up on it. There's a lot of different rules. Well, not a lot. There's still it's very similar, right? So you guys have 12 players. NFL has 11, right? And the field is bigger for you guys, correct?
Yeah, width-wise and lengthwise.
Right, exactly. Because you also have the end zone, which is 20 feet, which is crazy.
And then the goal posts are on the goal line in the CFL, not at the back.
Now, there's one scoring that I didn't know that I just learned roughly a couple of days ago is, and I'm hopefully I'm saying this right, but the Rogue.
The Rouge.
There it is. The Rouge. Yeah. So it's 1 point, correct?
Yeah, that's a lot of people are, I wouldn't say confused about that, but yeah, it's always something that people
That's
bring
something
up
new,
talking about the CFL.
right?
It's not
Something
rouge, the
new.
1 point thing. Yeah, they find it weird. You can get the 1 point.
Yeah, right. So it's like the way that I read it says scored when the offensive team kicks the ball into the defensive team's end zone and is not advanced out, earning a
Yeah,
kicking team 1 point. There it is. Boom, done. So you don't
yeah.
get it
So like
out.
they can receive the kick in the end zone, and if you don't think you're going to make it out, you drop down, you take a knee,
Mm-hmm.
you give up a point, and then you get the ball.
You still get the ball anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my confusion. Okay, because I'm like I said, this is the 1 year that I really am getting into it, and then I'm like, okay, so let's really get into the rules because I want to make sure that I know what I'm watching, you know. So
There was a game. This isn't Rouge related, but just how I mentioned about the goalposts. I think it was the last year before all the COVID stuff happened. I believe the Riders were playing Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Yes, sir.
I think it was the Blue Bombers, and last play of the game, our quarterback was throwing it, and I think if it was caught in the end zone, game over, we win. But sure enough, the ball hits the upright, game over.
Oh no!
Yeah, and we lost. Yeah.
See, that's what scares me. Like you're just watching it, you know, either the receiver goes up and knocks himself out on the goalpost, which I'm sure has happened plenty of times.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh man, that is not a cool way to end a game.
No. I remember the quarterback just fall face down on the ground. He's like, "Oh,
you just sit there. You're like,
come on,
did that just happen?"
Yeah, terrible.
Oh, that is so bad. That is not a cool way to end.
No.
Oh, so you're a Riders fan, right? That's your team no matter what, because that's where you're from, so that's the team that you follow.
From Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Gotcha, cool. And then lacrosse is big over there, correct?
It's gotten really big over the last few years. There was a team that moved here, relocated from Edmonton 5 years ago now.
Yeah,
relocated here, and like every year it just got more popular.
That's
and
awesome.
The league itself has expanded over those few years, and yeah, it's a blast.
Now that's indoor or outdoor?
It is indoor
lacrosse. Yeah. That is, I've seen a couple of games. The goalie is geared up to the,
he's huge.
To the gills. I was like, God, how do you even move, my man?
He's huge. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
How is that goalie even moving? Because there's, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely intense. And I always tell people from around here or from wherever, if you haven't gone, if you have the option, definitely go. It's a cool experience.
It is. I've watched a couple of lacrosse games, the indoor lacrosse, and then obviously here in the US they have the PLL now. So I like watching those.
Lacrosse,
yeah, that's cool. I like watching that. It's different, right? I had an opportunity to play in high school, never did.
Oh yeah,
I regret it. Yeah, because I had a team. I was like, hey, you should come. I'm like, I don't follow that stuff. And of course, I'm about to be 40, and I'm like, I wish I would have played all these sports in high school.
Yeah, if you would have known, huh? Yeah.
The things that you know now as an adult, you wish you did as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, did you play any sports in high school or anything like that?
I wasn't much of an athletic dude throughout high school. Like I played some volleyball and basketball a little bit.
Yeah.
But tried out for football in grade 9, and I think I was cut real quick.
Here's the thing. We're going to go ahead and let you go now.
Yeah. Can you please leave?
Please give us just leave, please, now.
Yeah, but just some volleyball and basketball. That's about it. I think the options for sports in high school here. I don't know about all across Canada, but especially in these parts, like the options for sports are kind of limited.
Gotcha.
For what you can do. So yeah, I mean, football, volleyball, basketball. It's kind of it.
Gotcha. So the major sports and then volleyball. Well, I grew up on volleyball, so I'm a fan of that. Like it's very popular down in Puerto Rico. Like it's nuts. Love it.
Yeah, I still like it.
Gotcha. So, Are you planning to? What's your next plan of getting hats? Like, are you planning on getting more soon? What's going to happen with that?
I got one coming right now. I ordered it. I think I counted down earlier, like 16 days ago.
16 days. Yeah, I saw your tweet. Yeah, 16 days.
Yeah, I think it usually takes like between 3 and 4 weeks to get here from.
Oh, really?
From wherever I'm ordering them. So I mean, it's a one per month type thing, if not a little bit more.
Yeah, just because of the amount that it costs just to get him over there.
It's expensive and it just takes so long to get here. And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, no, I mean, I definitely still want to keep the collection going, whether it's slow or quick or whatever. But yeah, definitely.
Now, are you planning on making any trips to go watch any games? Well, obviously, we're near the end of the season for baseball. For next year, are you planning on doing any kind of trips to watch any games?
I would love to go. I've always said I'd love to get back to Toronto. I went with my girlfriend at the time, wife now, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We went 10 years ago or so. We went to Toronto and caught a couple of games. And that was my first time seeing like a big ball field.
Nice.
And it was a blast. And the city was great. So I would love to.
Yeah, I love Toronto.
I would love to get back there. I mean, there's a lot of places on my list where I'd like to go, but I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know what? Toronto is such a great city. Been there a couple of times, and I absolutely, I love it. In that area right there where the ballpark is, and oh man,
yeah.
So
I was
cool.
listening to one of your podcasts today. I think it was your most recent one.
Yeah,
I think it was. I can't remember who it was. Sorry, and he was saying that he was in Toronto, Hockey Hall of Fame.
Mike.
Yeah. Okay, that was your most recent one then. Yeah.
Yep.
And he was kind of telling a story about how wherever they were staying, he was in walking distance from everything. That's kind of how it was when we went there too. Same thing. We had a hotel right downtown. We walked to the Hall of Fame. We walked to Rogers Center. Like we were able to walk everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, because everything is all right there. There's like you said, you can just walk there, not during the winter because it's freaking cold, especially so. But during the summer, it's such a beautiful city to go there, right?
Yeah.
So you're right.
Definitely.
Yeah. So are you planning on doing any minor league visits in your area? I know there's, I'm sure there's a couple of teams there, right?
There was a couple collegiate ones, like with that league I was telling you about.
Yeah.
One that folded. Right. So there is a couple teams that are close-ish to me right now, but I mean, the closest one's still probably 4 hours away.
Oh wow! So it's quite a drive. It's a weekend kind of thing.
It's definitely a weekend trip type thing, yeah. But there are a couple teams that are not play or that did not play this year. A few teams actually from that league just because of COVID stuff.
Yeah,
I know some teams did play, some teams didn't. I don't know how they made that work, but so the one that I was saying, the one that's 4 hours away, they were one of the teams that I guess didn't get to go ahead to play. So
gotcha.
I would have liked to go back there this year to watch, but
I think the Gold Eyes came down. They stayed down down here for a while because they're part of the oh my god, who's this? Sorry, the Gold Eyes. There's a Canadian
Winnipeg.
Team. Yeah,
that's
Winnipeg.
That America Association.
Yep, the American Association. So they came down here to Jackson, and they played for the season down here. So I know that's how they were able to be able to play.
Yeah.
But same thing with the Vancouver Canadians, right? So they share their ball field with your favorite team,
Yeah, that's right. Cool. Yeah.
I was like, when I heard that story, that they right away they decided that we're gonna go ahead and come down. We'll figure it out. I was like, all right, I need to buy both their hats because that's awesome. I mean, they're willing to work together, and so that way they both teams can play some baseball, right? So why not? Absolutely.
It's a cool little story. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So that from that moment, I was like, I'm a fan of both teams.
Yeah, for sure.
So, so tell me, as far as collecting, are you going to stick with hats? Is that the only thing that you're going to collect? Are you looking to do anything else?
Well, that's kind of the main thing that I guess I'm actually spending a lot of money on. I guess the
5950s are not cheap, my friend.
No, no. But I mean, I guess something that I don't go out of my way to like purchase something, but like I have a box load of like concert tickets and stuff like that, like
Nice.
from like years and years and years. Yeah, I have a little thing made up on my wall over here. Yeah, it's just like a glass case and like concert tickets, sports tickets, like for baseball games or football games or whatever I've gone to. It's a big, huge box full of stuff like that. So like,
Nice.
I guess you can say like I collect those too.
That's awesome. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, hopefully they'll be able to, print them out now because everybody's going digital now, right?
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like
Because there's
that.
something about, having your ticket in hand and then, giving it to the usher, the ticket usher, right? And then just
Yeah.
that's I guess call me old school, I guess, right? But there's
No,
something
I
about
get
it,
it.
right?
Yeah. No, I definitely like the physical copy.
I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan
Yeah.
of that. I wish more people did it, but I understand, you gotta go with the times. So that's not a big
I
problem.
I still like to buy CDs too.
No,
I,
really?
yeah, I love the physical thing. Like I love to bring home the disc and throw it in the car or like in the CD player in the car or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's the latest one that you bought?
It's been a while. I can't recall off the top of my head. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest.
Wow, CDs. I can't remember the last time I bought one, my man.
Yeah.
Oh God, I really can't.
I might have it. I'm not going to stray too far from the microphone here, but
No, you're good. You're good.
oh, you know what? The last one I may have bought. I don't know if there was like an old punk band. I believe they're from the 70s called the New York Dolls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think
Pretty
that
cool.
was the last one I bought just because it's right on top of my stack back here.
So that's your other passion too, right? That's what you are all about, music as well.
Oh yeah, love it. Yeah.
That's cool because I saw a
Yeah.
tweet that you saw that recently the Smashing Pumpkins was going to be there. Or
Oh,
something
at
you
that Riot
posted.
Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riot Fest in Chicago. Yeah, I would love to go to a big festival like that sometimes. Like that'd be a blast. But same thing as
Gotta wait.
same thing as minor league baseball teams. There's nothing close to here, so it's definitely a vacation thing. Yeah,
it's all about waiting, just making and planning ahead, and then
yeah,
making
exactly.
sure that you have enough vacation time to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, being an adult is so much fun, isn't it?
Yeah, what a blast.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we head over to obviously my famous, not so famous questions here, any other sports that we haven't covered? You're a baseball fan, right? Your CFL is your thing. Some lacrosse. Anything else that that you follow or that you are just passionate about? Oh, actually, you know what? You're a softball player.
Yeah. Well,
that's right.
Slow pitch. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How did your team do?
Well, we had just played in provincials, actually provincial championships a couple weekends ago, and we lost in the final.
Oh,
second.
Hey, listen. Yeah. At least you played, my friend.
Yeah, it's a hell of a group, and actually, the team that I play with, we play out of Saskatoon, where I grew up. So we play once a week. So I make the trip once a week, like an hour 20 there, hour and 20 back.
But it's worth it, though.
Yeah, of course it is. It's a blast. It's a good group. It's fun. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've done some big stuff like that, provincials and nationals, and we've gone all over Canada for tournaments. It's
really
big. Yeah.
Nice. What position do you play?
Shortstop.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm too big for that. I don't have a good arm to throw to first. So yeah. It's either the outfield or catcher for me,
Well, that's all right.
We all need a catcher.
We were in Moncton on the East Coast. This was a few years back for nationals. And when we were there, we had heard that there was like a baseball camp going on, like a kid's baseball camp. So we just went to check it out. Like it was an off day for us or whatever. Or it was in the evening. So we went over to this baseball camp, and it was being run by some old Toronto Blue Jays.
No way.
We met Devon White, and Robbie Alomar and
Seriously?
Sandy Alomar Sr. Yeah, we got pictures with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just a coincidence running into it. They're there at the exact same time we were. It was super cool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool because Sandy Alomar Sr., Robbie, Robbie's a Hall of Famer. I mean, that guy is just, wow.
Yeah.
And they played
Yeah,
here.
it was very
he played
cool.
here in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well, he's mostly known for playing in Toronto. That's where he's really, made his, his fame is, in Toronto. So
yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I wish I would have been. I actually met Sandy Alomar Jr. when I was in my first year of college.
Okay.
God, this was, many moons ago. But yeah, I met him, took a picture with him. That picture is long gone. Don't know where it is. Don't know where his I think I got a ball or something like that, sign. Don't know where that is either. I lost it. Yeah. I wish I would have kept it, but I'm like, oh, there it goes. It's just one of those things you wish you had.
You got the story and the memory though, so it's all good.
Yeah. Tall dude. Yeah. My God, he's a tall dude for a catcher. Like, dude, how is it that your knees are not that bad already? Because, just looking at him, you're higher. If you're taller than 6 feet and you're a catcher, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
So, I'm sure they're not 100%, but
no, lots of surgeries. And he's a biker too.
Oh, really?
He's a biker. He's a huge biker. Loves cycling. So
really?
Mm-hmm. He does here the Valesano race for the cure for cancer and all that every year with the Indians. Yep. Always see him riding his bike. So good for him. That's a good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you hear I think it was today with Roberto Clemente Day, where they're now gonna make it so any MLB player wants to wear 21 for that day, they can put in a request to wear it, kind of like a Jackie Robinson Day thing.
They should do it in all of baseball. That I don't understand why they have to,
request it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, listen, the guy, was he a great player? Absolutely. But he was more than that, right? He was a humanitarian person, right? So, he died, helping people. That's what he did. So I don't understand why there's this big, huge fight for not having his number retired. They don't acknowledge it. They don't do anything about it, except there's like, you have to request it now, which I hope, my hope is that more people, requested that it does become a thing, and
then it'll be a for sure thing. Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that happening for sure.
I know for sure in Pittsburgh, that number was retired. No one can use it. I've been to PNC Park, gorgeous park, and
is it pretty cool? That's like that's my one go-to place I want to see. That looks like a beautiful place.
Man, listen, that is one of the best ballparks I've ever been to. Such a cool. The view is amazing, right? Because it's right there by.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Right. Oh,
beautiful.
They have a statue of Clemente right there. They closed the bridge, one of the bridges there. So like the only way that you can come over is by walking it, so like the whole area is closed, for doing the games. It's such a cool environment. Yeah.
Very cool.
One of the coolest environments I've been to.
Cool.
You should definitely go. Absolutely.
I would
one of those
things.
You let me know. I will make that drive. That's like a 2-hour drive for me. I'll be
really.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're close to quite a bit of stuff like that, are you not?
Oh yeah. So I'm in Cleveland. So we got the Indians, right? So then we also have the Lake Erie Crushers, Lake County Captains, Akron Rubber Ducks. We have down in Columbus, a couple of hours away, the Clippers. Then we have Pittsburgh, right? Erie Seawolves. So there's a lot of teams in my vicinity that I can definitely go. Absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, definitely jealous. Right on.
Well, and then if you go 5 hours, you can go to Chicago. So you got a lot of other, then whole there too. Everything it opens up, right? Because you got majors, minors, collegiate, independent ball. So there's a lot of games that I can definitely watch over the weekend. Toledo.
Yeah, it's spread out everywhere there, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's the one cool thing that I'm very blessed that I am in where I am, that I'd be able to watch a lot of sporting events, right? So
perfect.
All right, all righty. So are we ready?
Rapid fire.
So
let's go.
My famous, not so famous questions. I'm going to ask some random questions, and then off we go.
Let's do it.
All right. So the first thing is you go to the ballpark. What is your snack or food of choice that when you go to the ballpark?
First thing is definitely to get a beer, local.
Local beer.
It's gotta be something local, like some kind of local craft brewery.
Right.
Support the little guys. That would be my first stop for sure.
And a lot of teams are making, are partnering with their local breweries right now to, have their beer sold at the ballparks, which is I'm A-okay with that. Absolutely. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Your first celebrity crush.
Probably, I think it was the Pink Power Ranger.
That's awesome.
Like the original.
Yeah, the original Pink Power Ranger.
I think her name was Kimberly.
I think you might be right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the worst job you've ever had?
Oh Lord. So I guess maybe it wasn't the worst job, but it was the worst boss. Does that count?
For sure it does.
I think we've all had a crappy boss, but
people leave jobs because of the leadership. I'm a firm believer in that.
I was working as an electrician, and the boss was just a crazy hard ass.
I'm out.
Yeah, like I understand the whole concept of, time is money and all that stuff, but it was a little excessive.
You rush and that's where you get mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
absolutely. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner. I'm not a breakfast dude.
No,
like at all, really. But I love cooking a good supper for dinner. Yeah.
Nice, love it. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Black.
Straight, nothing on it, just straight black
just
coffee.
Black. Yeah. Yeah.
Last movie you watched?
Last movie I watched, I rewatched Joker the other day.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, I just saw it for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Then my wife wanted to watch it, so I rewatched it with her yesterday or the day before.
And that's the one with Joaquin Phoenix, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I still have to watch it. It's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, do it. It's a good show.
Will do. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. For recent TV show that you binged.
I don't binge a lot of TV shows. Like I don't get hooked into too much of like new TV stuff.
Gotcha.
Like I'll watch the old TV shows 100 times over before
There's nothing wrong with that.
You can probably give me a show that's came out in the last few years. I probably
and you're like some
big
idea.
Name ones, and I have never watched. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe I don't have the interest in it.
So here's a question. Then here we go. Here's my other one that I'm gonna ask. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat an animal cracker?
No, because I mean, what if they? What if it was anything else in the shape of an animal? Would the same rule apply?
I mean, it's what happens, right? They're vegetarians.
Yeah. I think they get a pass on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pineapple on pizza. Here's a question that a lot of people are very passionate about. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
This tears people apart, this question.
It does.
I really used to like Hawaiian pizza, like having pineapple.
Yeah.
And I don't eat pineapple on pizza much anymore, but I don't have anything against it. Sure.
Yeah. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, then you're not gonna go out of your way.
I'm not gonna pick them all off. I'm not picking them all off.
My wife is like, listen, I like Hawaiian pizza. So I'm like, you're right.
Sure.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. I'm not gonna say no, right?
No, it's pizza.
Right, exactly. I mean, who doesn't like pizza?
Yeah.
Burgers or hot dogs?
Ooh, burgers. But I do love a hot dog roasted over open fire.
Yes.
That's the best.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to have a nice little char on it, and then off you
Oh
go.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you there, my friend.
Yeah.
Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi, but we normally have like Pepsi Max, like the zero sugar stuff.
Yeah. Wait, and
That's
listen, you said Pepsi, and you were okay in my book.
yeah.
That's all I'm
Perfect.
good. I heard Pepsi. You can have whatever, even Pepsi Clear, which I don't know if they still make anymore,
Yeah.
but
There's a lot of variations of that Pepsi. There was a Pepsi Ginger, I think we tried one time.
yeah,
It was not good. Not good.
it's like it failed.
Yeah.
What is one thing that they sell, food or snack that they sell in Canada that they do not sell here in the US?
There's a lot of like chocolate bar, candy bar type things. Like
Mhm.
I know we have Smarties, you have Smarties, but you have a different type of Smarties. The Smarties that you have, we call Rockets here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And everyone thinks that every Canadian has milk in a bag. It's not true.
Wait, but here's the thing. I used to have milk in a bag in
I
Puerto
think
Rico.
it's like a geography type thing. Like I think on some parts of the country they do, but not everywhere.
When I was in grade school, they used to give us the milk in a bag, and then we had to put the little straw in it.
Really?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like those Capri Sun things?
Well, no, it was an actual little bag. It was a see-through plastic bag that they had. Yeah, for milk. I still to this day with the metal trays and everything with it for lunch and all that. We used to have that. Then eventually they went to the little cartons, but yeah, we used to have the milk in bag.
And you don't have ketchup chips either, do you?
I have not seen that. They may coming out with Lay's or something like that. Ketchup chips. No.
Yeah, they're not my favorite, but they're pretty popular.
I mean, there's pickle chips now. I mean, chips with pickle flavor on it. So I mean, what are you gonna know?
Yeah, weird stuff.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Right, exactly. Listen, there's on that. What is the weirdest thing that you've ever eaten?
Maybe not the weirdest, but I once bought a few years back. It was the world's hottest pepper at the time. It was the world's. It was a I think it was called Trinidad scorpion pepper. And it came in a bag and with the warning on it, please handle with gloves and all that stuff. And they were just dried little peppers, and I ate one.
Oh,
it was hot.
No, I bet it was.
Yeah.
How long did that sting last?
I don't know if that's the weirdest type thing, but definitely the worst idea type thing.
Yeah, wow. How long did this sting last?
Half hour to 40 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It actually it upset me so much. Like it upset my stomach so much it made me throw up.
Yeah.
After that happened, that I'm trying to pawn them off on other people, and some people took them, some people didn't. The people that did take it, same thing happened to them. Like it made them sick.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass.
I don't think it's the hottest one anymore, but at the time it was, and jeepers.
Oh God. Yeah, that's a hard pass for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't do it.
Oh no. I'm gonna go ahead and do a no on that. All right, last question here.
Okay.
Name one of the 7 dwarfs.
Sleepy. It's easy.
Sleepy. Everybody
Dopey?
goes. Yeah, there's that one. Right. I usually go for Grumpy.
Grumpy.
That's my go-to guy.
Yeah.
That's my go-to guy. Grumpy. So
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, hey, where can people find you? On Instagram, Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter. I think I have two different usernames for each one. I think Instagram, it's bnowakowski85.
Okay.
And then my Twitter is at bradnova306.
I will put all this information on the description, so that way, they can give you a follow going forward.
Yeah, please do.
I greatly appreciate you coming on, my friend. This was a lot of fun today.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the invite. I was a little hesitant at first because I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. I'm not much of a big talker, but I was like, let's go for it.
Right there you go. See, my friend, and you never know. Look at it. We're almost here into almost an hour here, and we're just having fun talking sports.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So there you go. All right, my friend. Well, hey, again, thank you so much, and then we'll keep connecting over on the interweb.
Absolutely.
All right, my friend.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
I hope you guys enjoyed that episode with Brad. He's a good dude, so you guys got to make sure you guys follow him, okay? At BradNova306. Before we get out of here, before you go and finish your workday, before you start dinner or you're driving home, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you subscribe to this video channel, okay? That way you guys are always in the know. If you're only interested in the audio version, I also have that on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, you name it is there, okay? So subscribe, get it 5 stars so that way we go up on the rankings and then, more people get to listen to it, okay? Until then, keep on grinding and always support the minor leagues. See ya.